Hey everybody, it's me, John D. Villarreal from Conservative Media. Now, if you've been following my videos, you know that I love animals. And this was a really, really interesting video right here. These two rhinos get after it. They do a fight, in my opinion. First of all, my personal opinion only, not alleging any facts, not casting any aspersions, all for entertainment purposes only. Please check the disclaimers. What you're going to have to do here is you're going to have to stick with this. What I think happened here, this is my best interpretation of what I believe happened here, is that you had the big one that was kind of messing around with the slightly smaller one, and I don't know if they were playing or if it was just rustling around, or if the bigger one was kind of teaching the smaller one kind of how to fight. I don't know. I'm not a rhino. I don't know how these two interact. I was just at the zoo, and I like the rhinos. It kind of caught my eye, and this turned into something that I wasn't expecting, and there was a whole crowd of people there. I'm going to cut to some live audio here later, but I want to set up the context. That's my best interpretation of what happened, and then it just got a little more serious, and I think the smaller one kind of, I don't know. I think he kind of maybe took it a little bit too far in some ways and kind of wouldn't stop. And if you could see when the smaller one, he kind of like, as you'll see down the road here, kind of hits the bigger one in maybe some softer areas. It maybe wasn't play, fighting anymore. That's, again, or sparring. That's my best interpretation, sort of under the neck there, as you can see, and some of the softer areas. But both these two draw blood. This thing, like there, jabs him under the stomach there. I will sort of highlight some things as they come up. It was incredible. I mean, like I said, it starts kind of slow, and then it picks up. And when you hear the raw audio of these two tussling in the mud and stuff and going head to head, I mean, you're going to see some serious stuff right here. This is incredible. Right now, I'll cut to some music, and I'll come back to commentate some more. Hey peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal again. Now I'm here with my wife, Salma. She hasn't seen all this footage. I want to get her first reaction to this. We're going to call this round 2. The first part there, I would say, was round 1, where they kind of it was more of a warm-up. They were sort of testing each other out, kind of test their strength. I want to get her reaction to this, sort of a different reaction to this. I would call this round 2, where this is more of a, it's starting to get a little bit more serious, starting to feel each other out more, and towards the end of this, what I'd call round 2, or right around that 7.5 minute mark, 7:20, it's hard to know, they start drawing some blood, and then it starts really getting serious when we get into round 3. Salma, what's your reaction to this right now? I mean, you've got this sort of bigger rhino and the smaller rhino.
The fight is getting really interesting. I feel like the biggie wanna dominate,
right?
But the small is in really good shape. I don't know. Is he adding like chia seed on his diet, John?
I don't know. I mean, you see, that could be the classic matchup. a little more size versus the agility and the stick and move style. The little one is definitely getting a little more serious and keeps jabbing the bigger one in these more vulnerable areas. I think the bigger one, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they were playing around.
I think the bigger Rhino is a little bit out of shape. Didn't you think that, John?
Well,
like the smallie is like dominating here.
Well, I mean, they both have their moments, and that's the thing. I mean, that's the other thing. Since we're gonna go do this in rounds, we can score this, right? And in the end, we'll find out who wins.
We bring you only the exclusive MMA fight in the zoo.
Well, I don't know. You know, this is really intense.
Listen, John, you can say whatever you want, but I think both of them have technique.
Yeah.
It's like the MMA technique that we see in every fight.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't
you think so?
Well, there's definitely This is I guess we'd call this Rhino MMA, maybe.
Yes.
I mean, we've got the sort of the shoving, maybe ground game, and then we've got the striking game with the horns. And then it's a matter of what strikes are legal and what strikes are not legal. I think the little
right there. What
happened?
There's
pushing. They're pushing. They are
tired. They're pushing each other.
The small guy's trying to get the big guy up against the fence, but the big guy's pushing back now. We have a grappling game.
The small is thinking what to do. The small is thinking what to do.
See, but I don't know if the smally's really going to play by the rules.
Yeah,
that's the thing right there.
He's tricky.
What some people would say in this kind of fight, there is no rules. I don't know, and that's what we're saying. I mean, that goes back to my theory. I think this was
a little bit of
sparring
here
and stuff like that, and then it turned into real. Now hold on, pay attention right here. We're about to get into round 3. Somewhere here, coming up. It's coming up. It's not quite yet, but somewhere here, I just want you guys to pay attention, is where the smallie starts drawing blood, and they both start. There's blood on. There's going to be blood on both sides, and I think it's coming up close here where it starts to get really serious. So
John, you have to play with the rules now. Ting 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 ting. This is round 3.
No, it's not round 3 yet. It's coming up in round 3. Don't jump the gun, but it's very, very close. That's why.
Peeps, I'm just excited.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just excited.
I understand that because I mean these two get very, very serious. There was a whole crowd of people around right now. Now watch. Now I would consider we're into round 3. Somewhere right around here. I don't know exactly where. Blood starts to get drawn. You see what happens is the big one, he gets poked on his shoulder there. I guess that would be his left sort of.
The small is trying to hit him only on his neck.
There's a strike here that comes up where the smallie winds up and it gets pretty serious. Right, that's what I'm saying. The smallie's hitting the big guy in the more vulnerable areas. Right there, bang. I think right there, bang. I think those 2 strikes. Those 2 or 3 strikes is where the blood. Wow!
The smallie saved his stamina till the end.
Well, something happened. Now, when they break over here, when they start breaking over here, we're into round 3 now. You start seeing the blood right there. The smallie's got blood on his snout.
What's up now? The big is want to escape here.
Well, now see right there. Now see, he ran to the wall. The smallie ran him to the cage, if you will. He ran to the wall there.
Maybe you want to bring him to the soil where he fight better.
Well, maybe. And then the big one turned around and was like, hey, you know what? This is getting serious now. We got blood drawn. And now you're gonna have to deal with it. So now we're
You can see the blood. You can see the blood.
Definitely can see the blood.
Absolutely.
Now we're getting into it right here.
It's a bloody fight, peeps.
Now we're going to drop out later to the raw audio. There were people talking around and stuff like that, but I wanted to give the full context because you really got to pay attention to this. And honestly, I would recommend you watch this video a couple times to really pick it out if you're going to score this, to see what happens when, because there's a lot more sort of little injuries and blood that, thank goodness we have this in 4K where you really have to pick out who got hurt. Yeah, I know who got hurt when, who got the hits in. This is a tough sort of fight to score, honestly, between these two, because they both have their moments and they both kind of do things, have advantages in different way. The big one has more advantages in the grappling, but the small one gets some amazing strikes in there.
But John, both of them are in shape.
Yeah.
They are trying to fight hard till the end. Even if they are tired, you can see that.
All right, now what else you go? Pretty soon we're going to drop out to the raw audio because these guys slash around in the mud and it's awesome to hear. And they slash they bang the horns together. So we don't have too much time till we drop out of the raw audio. Go ahead. What's your reaction here?
I want you to stay tuned and watch with us all the good moments and good moments of.
See, look at that guy's marked up right there in the shoulder, in the shoulder. You can see blood coming out of that. Both these horns get bloody. we've got a little bit more time here, and then I'm going to drop into the raw audio so you guys can hear that.
Let them hear.
Not yet. Almost. See, now they're going over to this other thing. I don't know if this is still round 2 or round 3 or round 4. We're coming up to. We're going to probably come up to round 4. Or maybe we're gonna keep it. We're gonna say it's all round 3.
Yeah.
That's probably easy to score that way. And at the end, we'll come back and we'll give our opinions on who we thought, won and everything like that, and wrap it up. So we've got about 10 seconds, so we're going to drop out into the raw audio here. Look at these guys. There's pushing and shoving. You see some blood over there on the guy's thing. And
For
blood
me,
on
the small rhino are really doing good.
We'll talk to you in a second. Here's
really
the raw
doing
audio.
Good. Sorry.
Okay, we've had 3 rounds there, Salma. Who do you think? Now, this is winding down. We still got a little bit of time. So it's not totally done here. But in general, who do you think has won? Smalley or Biggie?
First of all, John, this was a great fight. The two fighters were in shape. They really fought hard till the end. I like that. I really think the Biggie did really well. I mean, considering the size and considering, the experience, the Biggie is more powerful and also more experienced. But, the Smalley right there, did really good. And when we talk about performance, this is check. When we talk about MMA technique, this is check. And sportsmanship, check.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to give this to the big one. This was a close fight, in my opinion. I think the first round goes to the big one when he was muscling around, winning so the grappling game I think he was playing. The second round I give to the small guy for the strikes. I think he had some sharp strikes, maybe some fouls, whatever there, some below the belt type of stuff. But I mean, he I think won the second round. The third round I think I give to the biggie because I think he kind of just wore him down. And that's how I score this fight. So I'm giving this to the big one, but it was very close. What do you think? Thanks so much for watching. Rate this video up. Please post on your social networking sites. I'm John. That's Salma. You're watching Conservative Media. Really appreciate it. Watch this again. You score for yourself. You tell us what's up. We'll answer you in the comments. We'll see you next time.